The 2018 Global Action Week for Education celebrations in Kenya was organized by Elimu Yetu Coalition in partnership with other organizations on 26 April 2018 at Uhuru Park Gardens.
My name is Joseph Wasihongo. I'm the National Coordinator of Elimu Yetu Coalition. Now, Elimu Yetu Coalition is a coalition that brings together non-governmental organizations, researchers, community-based organizations for the purpose of pushing the agenda of education for all. Today, we are here to celebrate the Global Action Week of Education. This is a global event that is led by the Global Campaign on Education.
Hiki bendera ama hii t-shirt, tutaanza mwendo, tutaenda taratibu, tutafurahia band na tutazunguka na kurudi hapa alafu tuendelee. Twende.
The event, attended by all education stakeholders, started with a procession which was flagged off by Elimu Yetu Coalition Chairperson Mr. Daniel Misonga. The day had some light moments. The young and the old all took part.
2030. My vision was that by 2030, our school, Ushindi Primary, will be in the Guinness Book of Records for having planted the most indigenous trees in a small school compound. But ladies and gentlemen, that was the beginning of my problems. They said because of me and my bad leadership, our school had turned into another former Zimbabwe. That one. They said I am mean. They said I am Aish, a dictator, a mean dada. They called me padlock. They called me padlock. In Kiswahili, Magufuli. Kufumba na kufungua. My term as school president decided to shorten itself. As a result of pressure, my best friend Bobby was convinced and confused by my schoolmates to vie against me. I followed Bobby, pleading with her not to vie against me. Bobby, please. Please, Bobby. Please, Bobby. But Bobby was no longer accessible. Ona Bobby anaringa, ringa ringa we ringa. Ona Bobby anaringa, ringa ringa we ringa. Ladies and gentlemen, it was not my wish. My new friends would not allow anyone to talk to me, especially after my father agreed to give me 2 buckets of sweets, which I gave the pupils during the campaign period. The sitting president had nothing in exchange to give the pupils for their vote. The only thing he had was his, which he used to respectively greet them. Habari yako, naomba kura yako.
Speeches were given by Boaz Waruku, Programs Manager, and Sefa.
The celebrations that we are having would be nothing else if they cannot remind us of the need to ensure that every child is in school and is learning, starting with the farthest to reach, starting with those who have been deprived, starting with those who have been forgotten because of other historical factors. And 2, that the teacher issues and the teacher gaps, the fact that we treat our teachers as professionals and that we motivate them, that we give them adequate tools to work, that as they are working, we are able to provide adequate resources. They are properly remunerated so that they are not constantly calling for strike just to negotiate for salaries. We want our governments to listen to the teacher.
Chairman Appet Association had this to say.
We would want to say that the development of a child begins at the ECD level. If I leave the inceptions and all those 3-4 years, the ECD level is very important to us.
On behalf of parents, Pastor Patrick Lumumba stressed parents' involvement in ensuring quality education.
For one, I want us to talk on behalf of parents, not in Nairobi, but in the entire country. We want, first of all, to thank the government of Kenya for giving us free education in both primary and secondary, because this one will put our children in class and at the same time will have quality education. The absenteeism for both parents in meetings, in schools, the absenteeism of children in class, and the absenteeism of a teacher in school or in class, this does not give us quality education. So for parents, we are only asking you, where your child is learning, please take it seriously. Attend the meetings and please contribute towards this noble goal for your child to come out with proper grade in this school.
Mark Ambitho, chairperson Kunopet, called for involvement of all stakeholders.
I'd like to ask them to engage with all the partners and the government in at least a very comprehensive dialogue, because everything comes with responsibility. The quality of teachers in most of these institutions, especially the ECD level, is wanting, and the areas where their schools are even based is sometimes wanting, and sometimes even the benefits of the teachers in terms of the salary and maybe allowances in terms of pregnancy leave and things like that is also wanting.
And the teacher unions, both NAT and KUPPET, had their moments articulating teacher issues.
A move beyond infrastructure to stronger quality assurance, positive working relation between teachers and their employers, and greater incentives for teachers. If you want quality, ongeza mishahara. If you want quality, employ more teachers, and everything will be all right. But we cannot have an angry teacher who is suffering. Yes, as I finish, move towards matching teaching to learners' level. This has been proven as cost-effective to increasing learning. Number 4, proper coordination and harmonization of vaccination and nutrition consideration, especially of under 5-year children, with focus of not leaving anyone behind. Other things is, I want to add budgetary allocation. Issues of sanitary towels. Isikuwe tu siasa, tunaambiwa tu siasa, watatoa sanitary na serikali. Tunataka ikuwe ndani, and we should be involved in that thing. Employment of more teachers. We want to echo the government. They have stated that they are employing 88,000 teachers, but they have told us they are going to employ 20. We want teachers to be employed on permanent and pensionable. Mambo ya interns atotaki. Issue of school feeding program. School feeding program should be free in this country, because everything imekuwa free. So tunataka vyakula, all primary in Kenya wapewe free feeding program ikuwe. NHIF, we are very happy about it, that all students, pupils in this country are enjoying National Hospital Insurance Fund, and we must be included in that to make access, to make quality go well. As I finish, last but not least, as a union, we are committed to positive engagement, and we are open to dialogue for the betterment of our children's education. Thank you all. If you don't know me, naitwa Mheshimiwa Acting National Chairman Julius Kimurgor Arap Korir. Mungu awabariki. Nataka tuambie serikali, keep your promise. Thank you very much. God bless you. Na hii nimetoa kwa niaba ya all unions, KUPPET na NAT, hii statement. Thank you very much.
The chief guest, Mr. Kinoti Kiogora, representing Regional Coordinator of Education, Nairobi, had this on behalf of the Ministry of Education.
Thank you very much for this chance. My name is Kinoti Kiogora. I stand here representing the Regional Coordinator of Education, Nairobi, and I'm grateful to Elimu Yetu Coalition for inviting us to grace this occasion. Elimu Yetu Coalition Chairman and National Coordinator, our partners present, our union leadership, we have Mark from the early childhood, Masharia Mogwe, and Mheshimiwa Korim, Asante. Parents Association leadership, and ABET leadership, and I want to appreciate your heavy presence in this gathering, ABET. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I take this chance to highlight a number of interventions that the Ministry of Education has endeavored to continue with in a manner to keep the promises. And this is where it begins, by ensuring there is a unconditional admission to our public institutions, and especially so at the primary school level. The ministry has continued to entrench flexible and alternative modes of education in ASAL areas, as well as informal settlements in our major cities. And while at this point, I want to say that ABET, we know you are there. We have walked a journey with you, a very long journey indeed, and the guidelines are there, a few hitches here and there in terms of regularizing of the existence of these institutions. Mheshimiwa Korim, the ABET leadership has taken note of what you have said in terms of the legal framework in assisting regularizing of their existence, and they'll be looking up to your promise on this podium for a way forward. We have continued to provide adult and continuing education, and this basically would provide a chance for those that didn't have a chance to make it into the system at their time to access our education system. We've continued to address gender parity issues, provision of sanitary towels to school-going girls, ensuring ICT integration in education.
The vote of thanks came from Elimu Yetu Coalition Chairperson, Mr. Daniel Wesonga.
Team that gave resources to support this meeting, APHRC, VSO, Each Rights, Women Educational Researchers of Kenya, and all of you who gave your support in cash and kind, asanteni. Our friends from the ABET, the coordinator led by the strong team, thank you for making your presence here, and you can be sure we'll work with you from this field to wherever it takes to make the change happen. The band and the rendition and I remember my marching when I was at the National Youth Service once in a while, and it was really nice. And thank you for providing the positive role model to our children. I know most of them will want to exploit talents, and that is the new curriculum, so that even as you are a security officer, you also have other talents, and singing and other talents are things we want to recognize in the new curriculum. So tunawashukuru wote. Asanteni kwa kufika. Mungu awabariki.
And the teacher unions, both NAT and KUPPET, had their moments articulating teacher issues. The chief guest, Mr. Kinoti Kiogora, representing Regional Coordinator of Education, Nairobi, had this on behalf of the Ministry of Education. The vote of thanks came from Elimu Yetu Coalition Chairperson, Mr. Daniel Wesonga.